It's Thursday in paradise. Sergio was in today and spent a lot of the day working on the headlight issues that this car has, the air front sensor, air rear sensor. And we've already replaced the sensors and chased everything to and from the LWR module behind the glove box. We had an issue with pin 5 where we didn't have any continuity. So dug into that today, ended up pulling the whole harness out. This is a harness that we've all seen and probably wondered, what the hell is that? Well, now we know. It starts over here, kind of comes out from behind this trim. Down the chassis, it's got a little tie right there, over there, and then a weatherproof connector to go through the floor pan and come out right at the rear right wheel. So we pulled all of that out so we could work on it here, and found some damage to the wires. One pin was almost completely severed and the other two were hanging on by threads. So we chopped it, put a pigtail in, cleaned up the trunk, replaced all of the tape, resealed it, ran it back down. That's not plugged into the sensor yet. We've got to get the car in a lift, put the sensor back in, make the connection, and then scan for codes and see if we have headlights that level. Mike spent the whole day working on the 03 Jet Black and got a lot of progress done. The diff bushings are new or have been replaced now. I think he did a lot of front suspension. I was in the office most of the day. Resealed the diff, just the left output flange is all he wanted to do, so that's what we did. Looks like no suspension stuff yet. There's no arms, no tie rods, so it wouldn't be a very nice driving car right now. But we're getting there. Tomorrow we'll make another push and aim to finish this thing up next week. Someone's replaced the drive shaft in here. It's not branded, but that is absolutely an aftermarket drive shaft, but it looks like a really nice one, super clean. Haven't spun the center support bearing yet, but today we got most of the parts in. In fact, everything except one order from FCP Euro that's shipped today that I would hope is here tomorrow or Monday. But all of this stuff is his. These boxes, that's a center console storage cubby. That's a E65 master cylinder. So as I said, tomorrow, Friday, is going to be another big push. Got the headlights set up for that 98 540. I said it was a 96. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a 98. Had to put some ballasts in there, moved over the Arctic Silver trim. So once I received the wiring adapters, which allegedly was today, but not today, so hopefully tomorrow, those will be going in, all beautiful. And then my day was largely spent in the office. My back is not happy, and staying late last night doing that fog retrofit really did me in. So worked in here today, got a lot of cleaning done. Dusting, my dad helped a lot with that. We got the 355 black art graphic. It's not black art graphic, but it looks just like it. Hung over here, kind of mirroring my M5 on the other side of the wall. In fact, maybe now that I'm looking at it, maybe I'll switch my black art graphic and window sticker just so we have those a little closer together. But over here, finally hung these things up. 2.5 years, over 2 years, whatever, in the making. When the Lakers won the last championship in 2020, I bought these right afterwards in the NBA store, and they've been sitting here for 2 years collecting dust, and I haven't cleaned them up yet, so they're still dusty. But that was really the only open wall in here, and it's not great. It's behind a door that's open most of the time, and the TV takes up some space. But I cleaned up a lot of wiring over here and wired in the Apple TV. I want to get some Velcro so I can stick it. Right now it's just hanging here. So we'll stick that on the wall or the back of the TV or something. But I got the Apple TV configured, connected to Wi-Fi, logged into Spectrum. Lakers were out in Indianapolis, Indiana today playing the Pacers, so I was able to watch that game in here in the office and have the stuff over here, so we got the little purple and gold corner. But I'm pretty much out of wall space in here, unless I were to hang flags or something up there in those lights, which thankfully there's a light right here, so that works out really well. I would still like to paint in here eventually. These walls are still smoker's tooth yellow. I don't know if I'd go with white or something. You know, looking at a color palette, I always kind of gravitate towards very neutral creams or beiges. Everything modern is just grayscale, which I don't like. And with the orange furniture in here, you know, we got the furniture free. You said if we don't like it, get rid of it. But this would be thousands of dollars of furniture. And while it's not what I would have picked, it's absolutely fine. Back to the Apple TV. So this is the, I don't even remember what generation, the one that has this remote. So several years old now, but it works fine for here. It will turn on the TV, I think. Does it? Let's see. Press the button. It might only wake up the TV, but the volume works to control the TV. So why doesn't it wake up the TV and it doesn't turn it off? I have to manually come over here. Oh, it did, unless I just hit it. It does turn it on, but it won't turn it off, and I can't find a setting for that or a way to program that. Is it just not compatible, or am I missing something? Maybe one of you knows. So we try to turn it off, we go to sleep, and the Apple TV, oh, now it worked. It hasn't been working all day. It would just go blue and then say no signal until I come over here and turn it off, which is a pain in the ass. So maybe disregard that. Maybe it has to learn. Yep, it's working now. Got rid of some speakers I had over here and never used, cleaned that up a little bit. Moved my wireless charger. This is the old one I used to have at home. In fact, I might actually have an Apple one that would be better because it's magnetic. But this is my old Mophie, first wireless charging, so I got a little charging pad here now. Just kind of organization and clean up, trying to make this a more comfortable space. My goal is to take a more administrative role. I can't do all this physical stuff, and if I have two guys who can, I can run things operationally in here, and certainly still assist and be an integral part in the mechanical operations, but maybe not that kind of lead tech role as much. So eventually I'd like to get a nicer chair, something more comfortable, a little nicer. This one has a tear in it over here where there's something hard underneath it. That plastic trim has fallen off. You know, it came with the place. I don't know how old it is, but I haven't had to buy one, so that saved a bunch of money. But I'm gonna ramble for 2 hours. So we're late. I gotta get the hell out of here and go home and eat. It's the usual night.